Test. Test. Test 1. I'm gonna go to this link and see y'all just talk from. Test. Test. Good evening, everyone. We will get started in exactly 1 minute. Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is 6:01, and we want to go ahead and get started. We want to thank you for being with us this evening. We thank you for logging in, and we hope that the next several moments of time will be meaningful and beneficial to you. We're going to go ahead and begin with greetings from our principal and whatever he would like to share with you all, Mr. Horton.
Good evening, Westside Seminoles. I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. I am Chip Horton, the principal of Westside High School. And tonight we just want to welcome you to our Freshman Academy. Mr. Dominique Nichols here with us, Ms. Jade Hurd and Ms. Valerie Jackson are all here to welcome you and greet parents as we start this year off. We haven't had a chance to speak with you and give you a chance to interact with us. So this is an opportunity that I'd like for everyone to take advantage of. Let's have a great evening.
Thank you, Mr. Horton. As Mr. Horton said, my name is Dominique Nichols, and I have the privilege of serving as the coordinator of the Freshman Academy. And I just want to share very quickly one of the reasons, or the foundational reason, why we have a Freshman Academy and why we're glad that your student is a part. Last year, or actually toward the end of 1819, Mr. Horton came to me and said, Mr. Nichols, we've got some work to do when we are looking at our freshmen. And we decided that it was going to be a worthwhile work to go ahead and develop a Freshman Academy as a proactive response to some things as it relates to behavior, attendance, and grades, so that we can ensure that our students early on, when they come into the high school setting, have the support and the attention that they need so that they can be successful. Some research suggests that students make the decision to drop out of high school sometimes as early as the drop out of school, sometimes as early as 5th grade, but they do not have the age until they are in the 9th grade. And so 9th grade is that critical time. Students are coming from the middle school setting where there was a lot of freedom. Not a lot of freedom, not as much freedom in high school. And so when they transition to high school, that newfound freedom, sometimes they would have challenges making the necessary adjustments in order to be successful. So we've come together. This is our 2nd year at Westside having the Freshman Academy, and we've already seen some significant improvements in behavior, attendance, and grades, and the promotion rate of our 9th graders to 10th grade. So we're excited about this year. We're excited about the work that is being done. You see here just a handful of people who are assisting in the work, and we're excited about what's happening at this level and in the classrooms and just school-wide to support freshmen. So at this time, I'm going to yield the floor to the young lady to my right, your left, Miss Jade Hurd, who is our academic counselor.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Jade Hurd. I am the 9th grade counselor. A little bit of what I do. I help academically by keeping them on track for graduation. So I'll let them know if they're how great they're doing or what classes they may need to work on. I'll also help with career decisions. I could do that by going in with classroom guidance or talking to them one-on-one. And I also help with personal and social situations as well, like conflict resolution or problem solving skills, things of that nature. Just some quick things that you would need to know. One of them, on your schedule, it is very important, students, parents, that your child, make sure on their schedule they have math, science, ELA, and social studies. If they do not have those 4 on their schedule, please make sure that you send me an email, call me as soon as possible so those classes can be on their schedules. Once again, math, science, ELA, and social studies. Also, one more thing, right now everybody is taking 7 classes. To be promoted to the 10th grade, you can earn up to 7 credits. However, you have to pass at least 5, you have to have at least 5 credits to pass. And 3 of those credits have to be math, science, and ELA. If you do not pass math, science, and ELA, you will not be promoted to the 10th grade. One more thing as far as ways to contact me, if you need to reach me for anything, you can reach me on my Remind. I highly encourage everyone to join my Remind. You would text the number, you would text at Knowles, Noles 24 to the number 81010. You can reach me by email at jade.hurd@bcsdk12.net, or you can also call me at 478-779-3837. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hurd. Ms. Hurd is always doing a stellar job in supporting our students. And I would again like to reemphasize what she said about making sure that if you need any support of any kind, academic or social emotional, please be sure to reach out to her. She is stellar in that work, and she wants to make sure that our scholars have everything they need. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to the young lady to my left, Ms. Val Jackson, who is our family engagement facilitator and a host of other things, and she'll share with you some information.
Good afternoon, well, good evening, everyone. As Mr. Nuckel stated, I am Ms. Jackson. I'm one of the 2 family engagement representatives here at Westside High School. I'm honored to share that responsibility with Mr. Daniel Davis, who is also a teacher in the 9th grade academy. So what we do, we have events throughout the year for family engagement. I encourage you to participate. We have one coming up on October the 7th. It's our annual Title I Family Engagement meeting. Those times for that meeting will be 9:00 a.m. and also again at 5. Each family engagement event that we host, if it's a mandated event, a meeting for your input, we will have those meetings twice, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Also, we have our student, parent, teacher compacts and our family engagement guidebooks. We will receive those on September 30th. And so you will receive a link, because those compacts have to be signed by the teacher, the students, and the parents. So when your students receive those links in advisement, I highly encourage you to sign those and get those back to us. And also read and be informed on what the compacts we have in place here at Westside for our students, our teachers, and our parents. Also with that, if you have not submitted your parent contact information sheet that was sent out during advisement, I encourage you to do that as well. That is a very important tool that we need from each and every parent, so we can reach out to you as needed. I know we have Remind, but there are times when teacher want to make contact with you. So we need an active telephone number, email address, and mailing address. That's all I have for now. You will see me more this year. And please, please, please participate in our family engagement events. First one, October the 7th, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jackson. We're going to move forward in just a moment, but before we do that, we want to let you know two things. First, one of the reasons we did this live stream the way we've done instead of just posting a video is because we would like to engage with you. So there is a chat box, chat feature attached to this video. Depending on how you're viewing it, it may be beneath this video, and you should be able to post any questions that you may have. And we definitely, if there are any questions that you have, any concerns that you are experiencing, if you've attempted to contact anyone and haven't heard back yet, this would be a great opportunity for you to post your question in the chat box, and we will answer that question in a live setting if certain privacy laws allow. If there's a need for us to contact you directly so that we don't get too much into information, then we certainly will. But please utilize the chat box if you have any questions. Just before we move to bringing our teachers in, just want to give you a little bit more information. Last year in our inaugural year, of the E Squared Freshman Academy, E Squared standing for Epitomizing Excellence, we were proud to see 70% of our first-time freshmen promoted to the 10th grade within that one calendar year or that one academic year. And the reason we were proud of that is because previously the data was about 66-67% of ninth graders the year prior were promoted to the 10th grade after that first year or within that first year. So we were glad to see that improvement. And our goal this year is to have no less or no fewer than 75% of the class of 2024 promoted to the 10th grade. That is our SMART goal. Now, of course, we really would like to see more than 75%, but at the minimum, we would like to see 75% of our first-time freshmen promoted to the 10th grade. So that is why we are giving special attention to the freshmen. That's why we are making sure that they know early on the process for being promoted and earning credits. We want them to understand that high school is a little different than middle school. They have to earn these credits. They have to earn a certain number of credits and a certain combination of credits in order to be promoted and to graduate. So we are glad and excited of the fact that you all are on, because your participation tonight lets us know that you are one of our partners in the success of your student. So at this time, if you'll give me just a moment, I'm going to step away. We had a plan for you all to be able to go and meet your students or your child's teachers via Teams. But as technology sometimes does, on the day that we needed it to work and function at its greatest capacity, there are some challenges in the Teams platform. So rather than you coming in and going to Teams to meet your teachers, instead of having you navigate multiple platforms, in just a moment, one by one, each member of the Freshman Academy team who is with us this evening is going to come in and briefly introduce themselves. They're going to share with you what they teach and what their contact information is. So if this teacher is one of your child's teachers, you can reach out to them for follow-up or any questions. And we look forward to hosting another night similar to this, where you'll be able to have some follow-up conversations. So I'm going to step away for a moment, and we're going to begin with teacher introductions.
Parents, we want you to definitely take advantage of this opportunity. You will get to meet your students' teachers tonight, but please take note of the contact information so that you're sure to have it and are able to reach out to them as needed. Again, thank you for partnering with us. And our goal overall is 100%. We want each child to graduate in their 4-year cohort. And with your help, we can do this. Thank you.
Hello, parents. I am Mr. Fitzgerald. I teach environmental science as well as 9th grade gifted accelerated biology. I'm excited to have all of your children in my classes. I also coach the varsity baseball team. So if you guys have any students or children that are interested in playing, have them contact me at chris.fitzgerald@bcsdk12.net. That same email can be utilized as well for any of your concerns as far as your child. I look forward to speaking to you, and yeah, let me know if there's any questions that I can field for you guys.
Good evening, parents. My name is Ms. Rosalind Harris. I'm the environmental science teacher here at Westside High School. I'm so honored to be here. If you care to leave a message for me or anything, it's rosalind.harris@Bibb County School District K12.net. Thanks very much. Have a good evening.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Allison Walker. I am an ELA co-teacher here at Westside High School in Mr. Reed's and Ms. Denson classroom. I'm very excited for this upcoming school year. Welcome, class of 2024.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mrs. Crutcher. I teach Algebra 1 and Foundations of Algebra. You may see me on your child's schedule as Miss Miller. I was just recently married, so I am Mrs. C or Miss Crutcher. If you need to reach me, I am at Alonda, ALONDA.Miller@BCSDK12.net.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ms. Denson. I teach 9th grade Lit, and welcome. Good evening. I am Ms. Poindexter. I assist Ms. Emanugi in 9th grade reading enrichment. If you need to get in contact with us, we are available via Remind, also email, and the Teams app as well. Thank you.
Hello. I am Santina Bagley. I'm freshman seminar teacher here at Westside High School in the Freshman Academy. I want to greet you all. Want to let you know I teach transition to high school, which is also called freshman seminar. Please reach out to us if you need anything. My class is a support system class. We're just here to help you. Can I take this off? We're just here to help you transition through high school and grow as a young man and a young lady. Parents, we are here for your children. We have a ton of people here that are willing to support you in any way. So please, please, please reach out to us. We want your children to be successful, and we need you to do that. So let us know what you need, and we thank you.
Good evening. How you doing? I am Mr. Daniel Davis. I teach social studies here at the East Square Academy. I also coach basketball, girls and boys, as well as I'm the family engagement, one of the co-facilitators with Ms. Valerie Jackson. I hate we having this technical difficulty, but I still can't wait to see. If you need to contact me, email me. Matter of fact, get on your child's class link and email me through them if you need to. Tell them to pull their information up, have them pull up their Outlook, and you just let me know, hey, Mr. Davis, this is the parent of, and we can communicate like that. So if they won't give you my information, you get it from them, okay? Nice to meet you. Hope to see you soon.
Good afternoon. My name is Lance Reed. I am ninth grade literature and composition teacher here at Westside East Square Learning Academy. I am a first-year teacher, but I'm a lifelong Maconite. It's very easy to get in contact with me if you should need me. Many of you may know me, some may not, but I'm very easy to get in touch with and very easy to get along with. My email is located inside of Canvas with instructions on how to, on my office hours, and which would be the best times to contact me. It's my pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to be here. And I'm looking forward to working with you and your children and educating them to be the best that they can be. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Ms. Meg, and I co-teach in environmental science and also American government. Please feel free to contact me at carla.mag@Bibb County School District, K12.net, if you need to inquire about your student here. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mack, and to all of our teachers who were able to come in. I see that our attendance numbers have been fluctuating a little bit, so some of you may just be getting on. And if you are just getting on, what just happened was some of our teachers who were able to be with us this evening, we had to come in and do an introduction via the live stream because for some reason our Microsoft Teams platform is being a little iffy. But we just want to reiterate some things. We are here. We are here. There were some individuals who were seated here with me, and then all of the teachers who just introduced themselves to you. If you're a student, I'm talking to you. If you're a parent, I'm talking about your student. You have the support you need to be successful here at Westside High School. The East Square Freshman Academy is all about excellence. We offer excellence and we expect excellence. We really wish that we could see you face to face, and maybe that time will be coming. But until that time comes, we are going to be consistently here for you virtually. Parents, just a few things. If you're a parent, I want to make sure that we reiterate some things to you. First of all, it is extremely, extremely, extremely important that your student logs into Canvas, goes through ClassLink, and goes to Canvas every morning. Our attendance process across the district is that students are to report to their advisement class, and they must complete the advisement check-in form, because this is one of the ways, or this is the primary way that attendance is recorded in Infinite Campus. So if a student is not participating in advisement, it's at 7:30 every morning. If they're not participating or if they're not showing up, they are being marked not participated. And what happens is absences cascade to all of their classes for the rest of the day. So if we want to avoid that, the best way to avoid that is for students to be logging on, getting on, and doing what they need to do. Also, parents, next Monday, October 5th, grades will be posting for the first progress report. Well, they will begin posting. They will end posting on next Wednesday. So it is very important, please, that you stay on top of your student. Make sure that they are taking care of business, doing what they need to do, because grades will be being posted. Now, if you have any questions or concerns about the grades, please do not wait until they are posted. By all means, please reach out to your child's teacher via email, so that you can get the understanding that you need. I also want to give you my direct office phone number. If you have any questions about anything related to your child, if you directly contact me, I can either give you the answers that you need, or I can connect you with the people that can assist you. My direct office number is 478-779-3801. I'll say that again. That's 478-779-3801. I'm Mr. Nichols. I'm the Freshman Academy Coordinator. I have the honor of leading and serving this great team of people, some of which you just met. And if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to reach out. I don't care what the question is. We want to make sure that you have all of the support and all of the clarity that you need. Again, we will be looking forward to hosting additional meetings like this. The times call for us to have virtual meetings, and we are looking forward to growing our own capacity as educators and as leaders to be able to connect with you and reach out to you in non-traditional ways. We appreciate the fact that you logged in tonight. And what I would like to do, parents or students, if you're on, I would ask that you will please write the first name and last initial in the chat box of the student that is represented. If you're the student or if you're the parent or guardian, if you would please write the first name and the last initial of the student in the chat box so that we can give that student an incentive for being represented, for sharing this information with you, and for you logging in. So we definitely want to incentivize participation and show that we appreciate you calling in, or not calling, but logging in to tonight's meeting. I do apologize for the fact that we were unable to do the drop-in via Teams, but that was something outside of our control, but we do look forward to doing something like this in the future so that we can make sure that you have the information that you need. I'm going to stay on for the next several minutes. If you have any questions about anything, you can place those questions in the chat box and I will respond to them in real time. Or if you would prefer to call or to send me an email, you can do that. My email address is dominique.nichols, that's DOMINIQUE.Nichols, NICHOLS. If you have any questions, you can send me an email. You can drop it in the chat box. You can call me. Also, our counselor, Mrs. Hurd, shared her information, her Remind code information, as well as her email. It's Jade, Jade, .Hurd, HEARD, at bcsdk12.net. Because anything you need, as we support you and as we support your student, please, we want you to have the information that you need. I'm going to hang on here for a little while longer. If you have any questions, so far I see Cameron, Destiny, Jeremiah, Marcus, and Michael have record of participation this evening. If I did not call your student's name, please go ahead and drop their name in the comment box, or you can send me an email and I'll make sure that they receive the incentive for participation tonight. If you don't have any questions or if you don't have any concerns, by all means, we hope that you enjoy the rest of your evening. We hope that this first time virtual Academy Welcome Night was meaningful or helpful or informative. I see having issues with seeing teachers on and then the question cut off. Seeing teachers on Teams. Is this related to at the present moment, or is it relating to during the school day this student is unable to see them? During the school day, Ms. Bronner, or right now? Okay, so Ms. Bronner, right now we've been unable. We've had our Teams platform for some reason is acting up. It started acting up around 4 o'clock, so we were unable to do the Teams live sessions. So we're going to look to reschedule an opportunity for that, and we'll be sure to communicate that. So that's why we had teachers come in and introduce themselves. If you want to, you can send me an email of your particular student. If you send me an email, I can put you in contact directly with your students' teachers. If you want to do that, I can provide you with their email addresses. Thank you for that comment. Are there any other questions or concerns? Just before you go, I do have one more request. Parents, if you can please join the Remind that I use to communicate to scholars and to parents. And I see some more questions. I'll get to those in just a moment. The Remind code that you can use to join my Remind is @ sign, the letter E, the number 2, and then the word scholar. If you send that message to 81010, or if you already have the Remind app, you can join the Remind that I use to communicate to scholars and parents. Again, that code is the @ the letter E, the number 2, and then the word scholar. I see the question of, do I know when we will be back face to face? At this juncture, all the information I have is the communication that was provided by our superintendent when he said that for the first 8 weeks of the school year, we'd be in the virtual learning setting. As of yet, no further information or changes have come. I'm quite sure that those conversations are going on downtown, but at the present moment, I know of a certainty that we still have several weeks left in the initial virtual learning setting decision. I see the question, will parents have the opportunity to have a virtual conference with teachers if they are needed? Yes, ma'am, that is a possibility. That is something that we are working on to make sure that if parents have any questions or concerns, virtual meetings can be scheduled. So what I would like to do is, if you already have the email contact information of your teacher, of your child's teacher, you can reach out to them directly. Or if you would like for me to assist in setting that up, you can just email me directly, and I will work on setting up those conferences with that teacher, so you can make sure that you get the information that you need. And I appreciate that question, because there was one other thing I was forgetting to share. Also next week, we will be beginning our virtual after-school program. It's free of charge to students, of course, and there will be an opportunity for students to have one-on-one sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays in any of their core classes with a tutor who can provide them support. And that tutor is going to be a certified, highly qualified teacher who can provide the support that that child needs in any of their core classes, their math, their science, their English, or their social studies. So if you know a student, if you have a student, or if you know some other parents of students who would be glad to know that we do have an after-school program in the virtual setting, please let them know. More information will be coming out to students and parents in the coming days about how to sign up for that and what the process is. But we do want our students to get the support they need, regardless of the fact that we are in a distance learning setting right now. So starting next week, core academic class tutoring will be available. I see another question. Can I ask teachers questions while they are on computers in the class? If this is a parent, I would prefer, it would probably be best. Yes, ma'am, I'll get to that question in just a moment, Mrs. Horton. If you're a parent wanting to know if you can ask questions of a teacher during the virtual learning setting, I would recommend reaching out to that teacher directly to see if you can set up a conference with that teacher. But if this is a student asking this question, by all means, during your live class sessions, you can raise your hand and ask questions. But parent, by all means, please reach out and connect with that teacher directly. I would definitely understand your desire to want to ask questions in real time, but wouldn't want the teacher to misperceive that and think it was an indication that they were doing something wrong or anything like that. So if you could please reach out to that teacher and set up a conference, and then you all can meet virtually via Teams or any other platform that the two of you agree upon, so that your questions can be answered. Did that answer your question, Ms. Russian? Because I don't want to move on if I didn't answer your question entirely. While I wait for Ms. Russian to respond, I see a question about ILT. So ILT stands for Increased Learning Time, and this is based on data. This is based on student performance on assessments. So every other week, students will take a common assessment benchmark, whether it be a formative or a summative assessment. And in the interim, when that student has a formative assessment, what that teacher should be doing with that data is analyzing the data and seeing what students need, what assistance based on their score, whether they were scored beginning, developing, proficient, or distinguished. And so let's say this student had an assessment this Friday in a class. Next Friday in that class, they will have what is called ILT, and they will have prescribed activities or prescribed enrichment, extension, or remediation before, based on how they scored on that assessment. So if the child scored distinguished, that teacher may have the children work independently on an enrichment or an extension task, or they may say that their primary attention is going to be to the students who are beginning or developing on that assessment. So ILT is a rotating experience for students based on content. So every Friday they will have an assessment in some of their courses while they're in ILT in other courses, and then the next week it'll switch. The question regarding the school end before 2:35. That question, the best way for me to answer that is the fact that we do have an A-B schedule, a rotating schedule, where students, let me tell you exactly. Give me just a moment. On Mondays and Wednesdays, the following classes are live. That's going to be math, science, fine arts, health, and PE. So any classes that fall under math, science, fine arts, health, and PE will have live class sessions or synchronous class sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, those classes will be what we call asynchronous. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, classes that are ELA, social studies, world language, or CTAE and ROTC will have live class session on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and will be asynchronous, which is essentially student-directed or independent work that will occur on Mondays and Wednesdays. The reason I went there before answering the question is because school for a student or their need to log into a live session may vary by day. Because if a student's seventh period class, for example, is a math class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they would not have to log in for a live session for that class. There may be some assignments posted, some tasks that they need to engage in independently. They could also set up time to meet with their teacher during their teacher's office hours, but they do not have to be logged into a live session where the teacher is directly teaching and engaging questions at that time. So our bell schedule is that the school day ends at 2:35, but a student's A-B schedule could determine whether or not they have to be on the computer all the way through the end of the day, if that makes sense. And if that wasn't clear, if I'm jumbling my words or if I'm not really making it as clear as possible, please, you can follow this conversation up with an email or a phone call, and I'll be glad to explain it further if necessary. Hello, Dr. Washington. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. Our executive director of CTAE is online with us this evening. Thank you so much for Dr. Washington for logging in. Any other questions? I'm going to step a little closer because I want to double check. Ms. Searles, would you mind taking a note of these names really quickly? I want to go over the names again that I have showing in the comment box. Cameron C, Destiny S, Jeremiah C, Marcus H, and Michael H. You said, repeat the first one. It was Cameron C. If you're online, if you are the parent or guardian of a student and you're online and I did not say your student's name, please drop their first name and their last initial in the chat box so that I can be sure to incentivize their participation and your participation this evening. Because they got that information to you, and I want to make sure that they are incentivized for doing so. Any other questions? Any other questions? I do see that we have some, we've still got a pretty steady number present this evening. So any other questions, please feel free to ask in the chat box. I just want to reiterate a few things for those who, if I was talking too quickly or if you just logged on, please. My desk phone number, my direct line is 478-779-3801. I would be more than glad to receive any follow-up phone calls or clarifying phone calls from you. Also, you can email me at Dominique, DOMINIQUE .Nichols, NICHOLS at bcsdk12.net. Would also love if you could join the Academy Remind that I use to communicate, which is the code is the @ and then the letter E, the number 2, and then the word scholar. And also our Academy counselor, Mrs. Jade Hurd, her Remind code is
@Knowles24.
@Knowles24, @NOLES24. Ms. Hurd and I are a collaborative team. She sends sometimes we might send similar information, and then there are direct statements that she'll send from the counseling department, and then there may be some direct statements that I send. So we would really like if you could be in both reminds for the purposes of getting information from all sides.
Once again, good evening. Mr. Nichols, I want to thank you for facilitating tonight. Parents, thank you for joining in with us. Please take advantage of contacting your students' teachers, and thank you for teaming with us to make sure they're successful.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Horton. Everyone, we are going to end our live session in about 1 minute. We thank you for your attendance tonight, and we look forward to continuing to partner with you for student success.